Artemis Prime, Artemis Prime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Artemis, subscribe.
So you can move these all up. Ooh, there's this Vegeta. Hey, what's up, you guys? Artemis Prime here doing another Hot Toys figure review on the Hot Toys Black Widow Captain America the Winter Soldier movie masterpiece MMS 23916 scale collectible figure. If you're trying to get your Hot Toys figures, you can give it a big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below. So we have some very interesting packaging. We get the Black Widow logo behind the figure over here. Writing right here. It looks like this is tape right here on the side of it, but it's kind of like this glossy finish. Then on the side, the writing continues on where it says Black Widow. We get some stripes right over there. Then we get some credits as far as who participated in creating the figure and making it and everything. Then here's the top of it. Captain America Winter Soldier. Hot Toys plop. And let's take a look at the bottom. We got some stripes. Not too bad. We can fold this down right over here, and there she is in her prison. Anyway, let's get to it and crack this thing open. So here she is out of the packaging. This is not a bad Black Widow figure. I'm going to call it a figure, not a doll. I don't like when people call my figures dolls. They're not dolls! But in this particular situation, I'm not going to argue against it because it very much appears to be a doll. Kind of is a doll. I'm not going to fight it, but it's pretty cool. There are some disappointing factors, though, more than I would like, but not a bad figure. Now, like all Hot Toys, you want to read the instructions before you mess with the figure. She comes with the standard issue Hot Toys stand with adjustable cradle, so you can move this up and down. It says Captain America the Winter Soldier and Black Widow right over here. So the figure comes with a number of accessories. We get 4 pairs of interchangeable hands, then we get 1 extra mobile phone holding hand right over here. We get some fists, we get some Widow's Sting fists, we get these gun holding hands, then we get these relaxed palm hands. This is a cell phone holding hand, and I like how the hands are sculpted, or the glove texturing is done on this. So you can see all the wrinkles right there. You can see the little dots so that the hand can breathe while she has the glove on. I like that texture on the inside of the palm. They all have this detail. One subtle detail that's very hard to see is that she actually has the peach-colored fingernails. But I could be mistaken, that's just flesh. Here's a look at the mobile phone with some kind of GPS thing going on in the back. I don't know exactly how this works, but it's a flip phone, so I'm assuming she holds it like this. And here's the Widow's Sting fist compared to the regular fist, so you can see how it's lit up over here, and I really like how it has this kind of glowing effect going on right there. And here's a comparison with the regular bracelets to the stinging bracelets right there, and you can see how it's lit up. I really like that effect. Now, these Glocks are amazing. I love how these work. They have this little function right over here, so you can snap them back, and if you pull it back far enough, it'll just stay, so it's been emptied. I think that's really cool. Then you could also empty the clip right here, and you can see the little bullet right there sitting on top. You can see the shell. That is awesome. And the figure comes with an extra set of wrist pegs in case you break those. Now, looking at the head sculpt, I gotta say I'm a bit disappointed, and I don't think this looks like Scarlett Johansson. It's a good-looking figure. She looks pretty. She reminds me a little bit more of Femke Jensen than actually Scarlett Johansson. I guess from the 3/4 angle, it looks a little bit more like her. Or if you're looking up at her, I don't know. There's certain angles, I guess, where people think it looks a little bit more like Scarlett Johansson. But in my opinion, it does not. Even though it is quite beautiful. I really like what they did with the eyes over there. It's kind of tough to see. But they have multiple colors in there. I think she has hazel eyes, and they have that variety of color right there in her eyes. I think that looks good. What they did for the lips looks really nice. I mean, they have some nice makeup on her and everything, so she does look beautiful. The hair is such a weird thing for me, man. It's like, you gotta, sometimes the hair, lifts up and you gotta just pet it like that. But they did a really good job on the hair, I think. There's a variety of colors. Now, I don't know if they pulled this hair from a dead lady or it's synthetic or from an animal, but it is very realistic, and I like the variety of colors in the hair. So you get some blonde mixed in with some reds. I think it looks really, really nice. I think they did a really good job with this hair. It looks really, really good. But yeah, I don't really see Scarlett Johansson. The nose maybe looks a little too big or something. It's kind of hard to pinpoint. I guess when you look at it like that, it looks more like her. And the head does pop off a little easy, by the way. There's a little bit of gappage between the forehead and her scalp. I think that's a little odd, but not a big deal. Now, I really like Black Widow's suit. I think this came out very well. I was a little concerned about this new material that they have here. This feels like a cottony kind of material. I'm going to call it the cotton material, and then this is the leather material, even though I don't think it's real leather. I think they mix in very well. I was afraid that the cotton material would be a much brighter black, but they're both very rich black colors. They look great. I like how she has a zipper over here, so you could, zipper all the way up if you want to be conservative, or if it's a little warm out, you can have it all the way down right there. I prefer to have the warm temperature version so that you could see a little bit more cleavage, because, I do have a doll in my collection, so I might as well be a pervert about it. But anyway, looking on the side over here, it looks looks pretty good. I like how you have all the stitching. Even though it's pretty small, that shield logo is pretty well detailed. And as we look over here, we get her Black Widow logo on her belt. That looks very nice. And we get this secondary belt hanging across her hip, all sexy like. I dig that a lot. I really like how the elbow pads look on the figure. And I think the holsters hold the guns pretty nicely. I think that's pretty cool. And they did give her quite a bit of a booty too. Scarlett Johansson has some booty, and you know, this figure represents that pretty well. So I'm glad they didn't skip out on that. And then just looking at the rest of this figure, you know, I like how the stitching and I like the combination of the soft goods. The boots look really, really cool. I like how you can see those leathery wrinkles in there. That is nice. You get that zipper coming right through there. And she does have some nice sculpted treads at the bottom of her feet. And here's looking at the back of the figure. But damn, yeah, very nice. Now, I am a bit disappointed in the articulation of this figure. Her head can move up quite a bit, though. I think that's really cool, so she can give you those looking up eyes. Her head looks very far down, too. Wow. A lot of head movement, and it rotates side to side, and you get a great neck pivot over here. That is really cool, but as you move the head around, you know, you can mess up her hair. And the instructions say that you can apply hair products to the hair. God, that's going too far for me, though. Shoulders can move all the way outward. You can rotate them forward that much. That's pretty good. She does have an armpit joint in there as well. She has double-jointed elbows. They can bend all the way in, and her wrists move side to side, and they're hinged to move up and down. After that, the articulation starts getting pretty weak. She can crunch forward only a little bit. Not much crunching going on over here, and not a lot of waist movement either. She can like barely twist just a little bit left and right, and she does have a little bit of waist crunching, but it doesn't move much at all. That's really all you get out of this. The legs can move out that much, so she can spread her legs, but she can't really kick them forward. So the suit hinders that articulation very much. She does have some upper thigh swivel over here. She has double jointed knees that bend in quite a bit. I think that's pretty good. And then her ankles barely move. She barely has any ankle movement. Doesn't really move up and down. It rotates side to side, and tiny bit of ankle pivot. So as much as I dislike the articulation on this figure, she does stand pretty well. I find myself not having to use the display stand all the time. This being a female 1/6 scale collectible figure, she stands at about 11.5 inches tall. And here's Hot Toys Black Widow compared to the Marvel Legends Black Widow, which actually has a pretty good Scarlett Johansson resemblance. And here she is next to Hot Toys Bruce Banner. I think they stand in pretty good scale together, even though she does have the high heels on, making her a little taller. Stop lying to me! And here's Black Widow mixed in with the rest of my Hot Toys Avengers figures, and as you can see, she mixes in very well. So even with my gripes aside about the articulation and about the likeness of Scarlett Johansson, I still really like this figure. It's a very attractive figure. This zipper keeps coming down on its own. Trust me, that's not me. I think the suit is very durable. I like that a lot, and she does stand well on her own, which are two things that are very important for me in Hot Toys figures. Anyway, I hope you guys liked my video. If you did, please hit the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the figure. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to check out MarvelousNews.com for a full photo gallery of images and the latest in Marvel-related news. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Gave it a spark. Welcome to Articulated Comic Book Art.
That's crispy.
She had a little bit of lint in the cleavage.